Alright, well, just walking you guys through how I just put these new LEDs in my 2017 8th gen Maxima. I saw a video a little while ago, like an hour ago, of one guy doing his, and the guy popped his whole wheel off, put it up on a jack, and there's no need for that. I've already done the driver's side, and I've made the adjustments for to make it a little bit of a wider beam, and made sure that it wasn't pointing so far up that it would blind other drivers and whatnot. Just a little look at this thing. What we got here. So this is the entire assembly itself. You've got the heat sink in the back, their little 10,000 RPM fan, and then they've got their little box, their converter here. Let's see on there without the glare. But I literally just did the driver's side in 10 minutes. It's just not as complicated as old dude made it. So I'm gonna do the best I can one-handed with my cell phone running and go through and knock out the passenger side. So I don't have a one of those fancy little pry bars that pulls the pins out. I'm actually using my flush cutters. These are really dull, really old, and I just use them for prying things every once in a while. But it's got, if you see it that well, but it's just a really sharp profile, and it just gets into these things, into these pins really well, and pops it out, doesn't damage them. So let's run over real quick. What I'm gonna do is turn the wheel over and give myself better access to the other side here. I don't want to leave this on too long with the halogen in there, and obvious reason, halogens just, they get, like, really hot really fast. And I'm about to put my hands in there, and fair warning on doing this like this, daylight, night, whatever, it doesn't matter. I mean, you will do a portion of this completely blind. So if you're not good with just flat out working blind with your hands, you may not want to do this, because working by feel is definitely part of this entire process. So just gonna pop this out a little bit here, and try not to break it. These things, they're not very strong, so you don't want to go wrenching on them with all of your strength, unfortunately. And because, I mean, although they're not expensive to replace, you don't want to have to go and just do that all the time. If you look down here, I mean, I have to replace this one, but there's a large part of me that wants to let that go and just put a Stillen on the front there. I've been kind of dying to do that. I want to put the diffuser on the back too, but I'm getting ahead of myself on a different project. So and we're gonna pop that. Totally not cooperating, because the other one came out no problem at all, no issues. There we go, it popped. And once you get it to pop, it usually just comes right out as one piece. And again, these are dull, so I don't have to worry about just chopping this whole little piece off. But it's generally what it is. It's kind of like, you can equate it to, I guess, being like a rivet if you want to, but reusable. So this plastic panel here, this lip on the front bumper is just holding that in, and you just have to pop this out a little bit and get it past that lip. Give it a little push here, a little gentle moving, and it'll come right off the edge. Bear with me just a minute. Bottom edge is not being my friend right now. So you get inside. I'm not a very big guy. I don't have huge hands, but there's your lamp, and that's what you're gonna pop out. So get in there. To be honest with you, doing this with the camera on, I can actually see myself working. This is a pretty good idea for me to do it this way. I should have done it this way the first time. But I'm just gonna pop this bulb out. I do want to be gentle with it because I don't want to destroy it. It is a good bulb. And then if you see on this side, you've got this little push lever here, and you're going to push down. That's going to release the bulb, and you can pull it away from the socket. So give me just a second here. I need both hands for this one, unfortunately. So I'm gonna put the camera down just for a second. And so I don't know if you were counting the seconds, but that's it. Done. So old bulb out, new bulb in, and slide that in. Now this cap right here that just popped off at the top of the LED is actually threaded. So you can just thread that back on, you know, give it a little snug, and no worries. Off we go. And that's it. Now when I said I was making adjustments before, if you look at this edge, this ring is actually going to rotate. And when you do that, you're actually making the adjustments inside of the focus cone in here, which is that. So you're making the adjustments and you're moving the actual LED bulbs around to, you know, get yourself a better profile, get yourself you can have a wider beam, a more narrow beam, and then it's going to pretty much stay where you leave it, so you don't have to worry about really wrenching something down. So we're going to go back to this. I'll put the bulb down and open this back up, get my hands in there, and